were going so strong and so good, and then it just died. Alright, in theory, we're back online now. I don't know why it screwed up, but it screwed up. I looked over and thought, why am I not seeing the stream? The stream's back, though. Alright, base. Take 11T billion. Take 11D billion. That's accurate, right? Yeah. Enough mistakes that I'm not happy with it. Redo. And my wife is saying something. Oh, it's garbage night too. Alright. Just let me know it's garbage night. And it is. Alright, let's try it again. Boom. Okay, that's actually, it's a fun bass line, and I made enough mistakes that, again, I'm redoing it for the umpteenth time. Finally, oh my god, the bass was kicking my butt on this one. Normally, it's one of the most easy instruments for me to pick up, play, and feel like I'm actually able to fit in with the group. But it also, as a result, I will try to do fancier stuff sometimes too, where it's like, yeah, I don't want to just play just the root notes. I think I'm not going to do drums this time. I'm going to do a tambourine just for percussion. And that means that after this, I can probably call down Rach to do lead vocal. Here's what it sounded like, though. Yeah, we're not going to bother with drums. No drums! Tambo! Oh, 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 oh. The Christians, the pagans together, wow. 2 acoustic parts recorded. Gonna do tambo and no tambo next, no drums. Which means you're up next, Slugger, which is a nickname I've never given her until now, I'm pretty sure. But next up to bat, we went with the baseball analogy. Mop-a-doo-ba-doo, rop-a-doo-ba-doo, rop-a-doo-ba-doo, da-da-da-da-doo, up-a-da-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da-da, bop. Alright, that's closed out. Yeah, tambo next. I think we're gonna do that tambo. I think it's gonna be pretty standard tambo. Microphone Envision. And alright, tambo. Here comes nothing. Tambourine on Christians and Pagans. And I think, again, after that, we can ask for H to come down. One take. As my buddy Justin Combustion would have said, one take, Jake! Alright, I think that's going to add a lot, too. Muting the original. pretty good overall. It's gonna sound even better with Rachel on it. She's next. La-di-da, la-da-da-da, la-da-da-da-da-da. Let's start from the beginning. Oh. Ooh. And we call her Uncle. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go see if I can round up our star of the show. Is on our way down, or will be shortly. Rach Vox is what we need here. And again, I'll just play it for the meantime again. Na, 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 na. I may end up breaking out the little mandolin here. Tuning it however it makes sense for me to be able to play the chords I want. now I can zoom in on you here, get you on camera a little bit. Look all pretty. Good job. Oh, well done. You always do. All right. Oh, move that microphone to where you are happy with it. You're in the background on this one. You got this camera. You got that camera where you're like, I think, yeah, there you go. You're on that one, kinda. You're on that one, kinda. God. All the cameras, but let's get like the angles like that you're happy with here. Like that is gonna be our key here. I will pop this to where we're getting at. See, there you go. That's a cute angle. Yeah, I think it is, yes.
Oh, weirdo.
Yeah,
no one wants to know. No one wants to know.
I think you're wrong. All right, that one's going. This one's ready to start rolling. That one I can't really help. And you have a cat at the door, and they can kind of see that on this other one. All right.
That's okay. They follow me everywhere.
So, yeah, they really do. For the record, here's what it sounds like by itself. Without, oh, you're going to have the lyrics there just in case?
Just in case. I think I've got it down pretty good.
Test it out a little bit. Okay. You might want to put the headphones on and we can get a mix here though too.
Okay.
And I think, again, I'm going to mute all of mine, though. We're going to just play with the original.
Okay. It should line up with yours anyway.
Yeah.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay.
Does that work pretty good for you?
I think so.
Is the volume level okay?
Mostly. You might... No, actually, I think it's fine. I think it's good.
Play it one more time, like you're going to be singing with it the whole time.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay.
Good?
I think it's good, yeah.
Okay, all right. So we're going to go ahead and start recording then.
It's going to be all cartoony.
That's perfect. That's what we want. Rachel vocal.
I can't help it to this side.
I love it. It's perfect. Rachel vocal number 1. We are rolling on the video. Let's go with it.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece, it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. Oh.
That's what I'm worried about. And that's even with the original, is that when it comes in is not super obvious.
Give me a finger.
I'll give you a
Give
finger.
me the finger.
I will give you a finger. You're gonna get the finger. Okay.
I've
been listening to this enough that I've got a pretty good idea of when you come in.
Okay.
So hopefully
that
will help.
I think it was like oh crap, what was the lyric on that part? That's right. There's just so many words.
There's a lot of words, and it is a short song. All right, because Dar Williams. All right, here we go.
called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece, it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of other sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Nicely done. All
And
right.
the videotape was at least good.
The videotape, I think the audio is probably perfectly fine too. Like what I noticed, like, and I'm going to show you about this that I've never noticed, and I couldn't do the bass part exactly. I couldn't, like, I didn't even know where I was coming in. I'm listening for cues, and I'm mostly listening for Dar and hoping I'm right. Because what the bass is doing is giving you this boom, boom, boom. And then the second time you hear boom, boom, that's your cue that you're coming in.
Ah.
If I played it right, and I didn't, that's why I'm like, I'm going with the original.
You're like, this will not help.
Listen for the bass. Okay, second time.
Oh, I
It's
see.
a cue to let you know
That's where you start, because it is
you're
a different
about
timing.
to start, and the timing is different. It's doom boom, doom boom, doo doo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really fun that way. Like, and here it is later. So that's when you come in. Is the bass is actually letting you know. It's boom doo.
You're right.
Do do when Timmy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's
I
how it's done.
totally get it.
Yeah, no, and I realized that. So what you're gonna not hear is you don't get that cue if you're listening to my music. If you're listening to my music on it, you don't get that cue.
It's close enough for rock and roll.
It is. It's like, nope, we did not go boom, boom in the right spots, because then I have to know where boom, boom was supposed to land exactly, and that was throwing me off.
Finger because I was actually paying attention to myself.
Good. Fantastic. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the effect rack. I'm going to hit the Glenn vocals because I've got a preset for me that I also pretty much use for you because we have similar enough. Our timbres are not that similar, but it's good for a good start for lead vocals. I'm gonna give you a little more reverb though. I got 12, I'm gonna give you 48. 48 reverb, and here's what that sounds like thus far. Nope, too much.
Not too bad though. Just back
36, we're gonna back it off to 36.
Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve. I know our life is not your style. She said Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans.
Yeah, there's a bad note. That's all right. That's where the no fake Friday part comes, where I will actually. We can do two things here.
It's so much of that. So the Christians and so the Christians and
We're gonna drop this a little bit. That is Vincent deciding to use the cat box here.
Well, we needed some rhythm.
Yep, we're gonna go ahead and let's see. We're preserving the tempo, and we're gonna go. I think it's just a little off. Let's try it.
So the Christians and the so the Christians and the
almost a little.
so the Christians. So the Christians.
Yeah, that's just sharp enough that it will throw it off, and so. I think it's the only note that I really heard.
So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table, finding faith and common ground.
Okay, let's listen to it one more time just to be sure that there are no other spots that we want to do that with here. But I think we're probably fine. Go into this, and save this, and we're gonna go from the beginning. Strong bad all of a sudden. Verse is solid though.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle.
So while I'm thinking about it, we're gonna take that breath out.
To stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3.
Same thing with that breath.
I knew I was going to do that because you need so much breath for this.
There's so many.
He told his niece it's Christmas Eve. I know our life is not your style. She said Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while.
Yeah, here comes the breath because there's so many words.
So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able.
Like best is a little off. I think it's suitable enough though. I don't need to fix it. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see if I can. Yeah, exactly. Take that. But you can take out too much of it and make it sound unnatural. So let me see if I can get this right. You see, that sounds unnatural. So I may need to keep that one in.
A little of the.
Yes, there it is. A little bit of that breath. Ooh, that's sharp, babe.
I'm sharp.
That's sharp.
I can hear it when I'm not doing it live.
Hmm?
Like when you're doing it live one take, it's like.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's fix that one line. Your microphone is in the same placement.
Which,
Sending out for peace on earth.
okay, give me a little lead in now.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that. We're going to duplicate the track here. So you still have a guide vocal to go with. You bet. So this is going to be Rach Fill Box. This is where we say no fake Friday. The whole idea of it is not necessarily that it's exactly as it went down, but it should be very close to how it went down. And if it detracts from the performance enough, that it detracts from the enjoyment enough, then I'm going to fix those spots usually. But I normally try to keep it very minimal. So we can probably do that with the other line too instead of the pitch correction. But I think the pitch correction sounds fine too.
Yeah, it wasn't so far off.
No, not at all. So here we go. And it's not hands were held and prayers were said. But
No,
yeah,
I'm just gonna
start singing with it. That's smart. Yes.
Meal was served, hands were held, and prayers were said, sending hope or peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses.
So I don't think we need the gods and goddesses line.
Yeah, I just...
Tim Kitzrow. Boom! Shakalaka! The man himself.
Kitzrow.
God, I love this
One of
guy.
our favorite people. He's so awesome.
Seriously, I see his name and it always just makes me so
It
damn
sparks
happy.
joy.
It sparks incredible joy within me. Okay, let's see if I can adjust that here. We're going to pop this up to where people can actually hear what's going on. Yeah, there's a little bit of overlap that's got to go away there. Let's do this here. That's good. Yes! So the only part that I changed is this. That's the only part that I took from your new performance. Boom shakalaka! He put it in the checks too.
He's on fire!
It's seriously like every time I see that man's name, I'm like, that is so amazing.
We just need to go visit
Tim
sometime.
freaking Kitzrow.
The man himself.
Oh my-
The man, the myth, the legend.
The man with the voice that could rival Morgan Freeman for the greatest voice ever.
He was very proud of himself on that, Tim. That was something he texted to me. He's like, I'm going to say this to him.
But I mean it. Like, if you got a top 10 coolest voices of all time, Tim is in the running.
Man.
He's definitely in my top 10. I fucking love Chowder.
Louder, chowder.
Louder, Chowder. Good Lord, that's amazing. All right, let's see where we're at here. We're listening back, and I could point it over to at the screen, but like this is where we are, I guess. So hi, we'll keep that going. But on the YouTube and Twitch streams, we are showing the editing portion itself that's taking place. Let's give a listen back.
Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses.
That sounds exceptional. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a little click right here.
Oh, I think that was my tongue going.
Yeah, which happens. That's normal, honestly, but
I was clicking my tongue.
The food,
yeah, that sounds good.
the food was great. The tree plugged in. The meal had gone without a hitch. Till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?"
We got.
I got a breath.
You know what? No. That is perfect. I'm leaving that breath
Because it's like, oh.
Yes. because the lyric is it true that you're a witch? And it's an uncomfortable moment in the song. So it's like, there's tension, and I think that it needs to stay in there. Perfect.
You're a witch.
It sounds like
Sounds like mom's getting up from the table.
like oh the pies are burning. We're gonna leave the room now.
That's my favorite one.
His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burning," and she hit the kitchen. And it was Jane who spoke. She said, "It's true, your cousin's not a Christian."
Okay, that one we don't need. That one we don't need. It's not the same type of breath.
Needs so much oxygen.
It's a little sharp,
Not a Christian.
but I think that again that it's a little sharp. The Christian is a
Yeah,
little
it
sharp, but
is.
it's not within like the realm of
It's not
ruining it.
egregious.
It's not so bad that we need to change it. Yeah.
Not a Christian. But we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have. The world.
And part of this song is the joy within it. And
Right,
so
which
I think
is why I sing it very animated.
exactly. And I think that's what's happening here. And it's not bad.
Because you're trying to be all these characters in the song.
Exactly.
Well, I do. I'm
You
a
de-
dork
I'm
like
pretty
that.
sure Dar did as well, and it shows in both versions.
I think, yeah, that's why why
Yeah.
I do it, because I imagine these people in my mind as I'm
Mhm.
listening.
I think you're nailing it here.
Very
Very good. Let's
Thank you, baby.
see what we got.
But we love trees, we love the snow, the
Ooh,
friends
that's
we
not
have.
But again, it's because you ever notice, like, when you're listening to the original, though, she's like, Christmas is like solstice. Like, she's not
Yeah.
exactly singing the notes. It's more like it's off, but it's like intentionally like yeah, because
It's exciting.
it's exciting, and she's portraying a character. That's
Yeah.
how I've always taken it, where she's like. Like she's kind of almost purposely overreaching the note to show the excitement of the character,
Yeah.
and I think that fits here.
But we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find that
Yeah, you did it. If you listen to her original, she does the same thing right there.
Find
You,
magic.
yep.
and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere.
Now that one we'll take out.
It's a new here it comes again.
So the
Christians, the pagans. That we still. I don't know what all the lyrics are like that are
I
being
think
used
it's
for the
Christians,
backup.
pagans. Ooh,
But then after that, it's da 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 holly doo doo. I think it's like presents,
I wonder if we can
presents
find it
something holly. That would be really handy if you could find that,
If
because
we can find it online.
So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able.
I'm gonna take out. What's that?
That able sign.
Yeah, it's sharp. Let's just fix that one.
Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able.
It doesn't sound bad by itself. Oh, I may be in the wrong spot. That's why.
Okay.
Sit with pagans, only magic come from they were able.
I don't know if that's the right spot. Hold on.
They were able.
It's just a bull. It's just a little.
They were able. Where did
Yeah, I guess.
they were able? Then common
Is it?
ground, the best that they were able.
Yeah, it's not that far off.
Common ground, the best that they were able.
But I can't. I'm gonna drop it just a little bit since we're already in here.
Okay.
It's gonna be just a fraction of a percentage here. Let's go.
Bull, 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 bull.
Yeah, it's not even a full half step off.
We're able.
Yeah, there it is. That sounds better.
We're able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. Now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning.
That was good.
What's that?
Worried about the burning.
It sounds really nice. Yeah.
When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father.
And we'll take that one out.
He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd come
It's just a nice little quick breath. Let's see if I can take it out though.
here. He thought he'd in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say it's Christmas and your daughter's here.
Take that one out.
He thought of other sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, no, this pagan. Dad said, no,
What do you think on that breath?
pagan.
Give it to him one more
Be
time.
a pagan. Dad said, be a pagan. Dad said, no, this
That could also be that same sort of.
Yeah.
be a pagan. Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So
And we're gonna take that one out.
When they leave.
Yeah, that was really good.
discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways.
I'm finding that same part. The able is the same.
They were able.
Yeah, it's a bit sharp.
We can redo that.
Hold on just a moment, just see. Oh, it doesn't sound that far off like here though. But again, we're gonna drop it that same fraction of a percent.
I can't find anything that says what the background vocals are saying.
You can't. What's that?
I can't find anything that says, like, gives a synopsis of what the background vocals are saying.
Gotcha.
Found the best that they were able.
Yeah, there's the sharp one.
Mhm.
That's the sharp one. I was like, it doesn't sound off, and it's because it's the one I'd already
It's like
adjusted.
when you're singing it so fast, it's hard to, like, switch it up if you get off.
Yeah.
Finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old world, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Ooh, good ending note, though.
Exceptional ending.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think we're good. We're gonna go ahead and hit File, Save, Yes to all. Gonna ask Dar Williams herself. She's on Twitter.
Oh, jeez. She might answer you.
Hey, Dar.
I don't know how much she tweeters, but
Yeah, that's probably part of the problem.
Called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday.
No, we don't need to listen to it all again. But
I want to.
okay, fine.
I want to.
I'll pick it up from the beginning. And if there's anything else that sounds egregious, yeah, they've been able to hear it through the speakers here.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece,
It's like,
"It's
where's the double
Christmas
audio
Eve,
coming
I
from? It's
know
'cause you're singing
our
well."
life is not your style." She said, "Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses.
That's a good note.
Really good. You ended every one strong.
The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?" His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burning," and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, "It's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love
Yep.
trees, we love the snow, the
It
friends
might
we
sound
have,
fun
the world we share, and
if you
you'll
sing
find
this the
magic
second
from
time.
your God,
Let's
and
double your
you'll
vocal.
find magic everywhere." So the
Yeah.
Christians and the
I think it sounds perfectly fine, but I think that if there is any notes in there that are a little off, it'll also it'll disguise that a bit.
Okay,
I think it's actually a good thing.
let's do it.
Okay, so once again, but this time, so the problem is, I think you still need to sing maybe with Dar and with yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that way I get the timing right.
Yeah, because that I think becomes the problem. If you're following mine, you don't have that bass thing as a reminder.
Okay.
All right, and this one we're gonna put as like a second video that'll show up on there that shows that it's doubled basically.
Okay.
So here we go. It's video number 2 for Rachel's doubled vocal, and it's Rach Vox 2. And let's go ahead and just pick it up from the start here, and I think you got this.
You start over.
Yes,
Doesn't need to do that.
that's fair. That is fair. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece, "It's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style." She said, "Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?" His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burning," and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, "It's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, "Really, no, don't bother." Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, "It's Christmas and your daughter's here." He thought of other sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, "Can I be a pagan?" Dad said, "We'll discuss it when they leave." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Way to nail it in one take. All right. I think that is going to
There's
sound...
probably some rough edges.
No, I think you actually nailed it that time, to where even if I muted the first one, I don't know if there's a thing I need to change about that one. I was kind of listening, and I think together especially it's going to sound really great though. So let's see if my theory is correct. And of course, it seems like Vinny left you a nice fresh one here that we get to contend with the smell of. Now I've got the original vocal a little lower here, so you're mostly the new one.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, "Christmas is like solstice and we miss you and it's been a while." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table.
I'm gonna have to fix. I hate to do it this way too, because like that sounded phenomenal all the way through it, but I'm doing edits as I go here. And yeah,
Okay.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her
right there.
Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3.
Does that not sound phenomenal?
Sounds really good.
Sounds
You're right.
amazing.
He told his niece it's
That works really good.
He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, "Christmas is like solstice and we miss you and it's been a while." So the
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I
take
think
that.
that really adds a lot. Wow.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they
Ooh, best.
Best is definitely on
Best
one of them.
bad.
feel was.
I think it was on the new one too.
Might be.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Best-
I heard myself do it when I sang
best-
it too. I was like, "There's a bad best in there somewhere."
Solstice, finding faith and common sat together at the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best. Common ground the best.
That may be a little too far to stretch it, but let's find
can redo
out. We may need to redo it.
Common ground the best that they were. Best that they. Common ground the best that they were.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'm always half stepping.
Yeah, no, that was
That was
three
like
half
steps,
steps.
yeah.
That was a step and a half.
Common ground.
It's not that you hit a bad note.
It's just the wrong.
It was
one.
just the wrong good note.
Yeah.
Finding faith and common ground the best that they were. The best. The best that they were.
Like, it sounds a little weird when you have it isolated, but it doesn't sound weird when everything else is there.
Common ground the best that they were able. Just before the meal. Just before.
Now, this becomes the problem when you have a double vocal. Because if it
I
doesn't
think you
sync
just
up
quiet one.
exactly,
On that one though, can you do that little lead-in thing?
or have you fill in this part.
Okay.
Just before the meal was.
Actually,
Just before the. Just. Just before the.
actually, that works. You're right. I silenced the one spot just thinking maybe that'll work.
Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses.
Oh my gosh, those were lined up so I didn't know
Yeah,
that was gonna happen.
You've
so-
gotten so good with the endings on this. It's like
Thank you.
ridiculous. So yeah, that's really good. All right, here we go.
The food was great. The food was
That is the only downside of a double vocal. Is again, is
Yeah.
if it does not line up rhythmically, it stands out in a bad way.
the food was great.
But that wasn't actually bad though.
The food was great.
Yeah, that works.
The food was great. The tree plugged in. The meal had gone without a hitch. Till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true?"
And take that. Take this breath out, but I'm gonna have that other breath. Yeah, well, we'll see what they sound like together. Because I may silence one of them.
Amber and said, "Is it Amber?" And
I didn't take out that breath originally, so.
Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?" His mom jumped.
Yes!
Yeah, that actually works.
His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burning," and she hit the kitchen. And it was Jane who spoke. She said, "It's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love
And I'm taking out that breath.
him. But we love him. But we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your
Oh,
God
that's
and
even way better.
It's funny how that works, right?
That is crazy. It just makes it so much more full.
Yeah.
from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning.
Man, right on. Woohoo.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, "Really, no, don't bother." Amber someone saw how Amber
Mm-mm.
I fucked up on the vocal on the second vocal.
Amber someone saw how Amber lived. Amber someone
I
saw
might need to re-sing that part, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think so.
bother. Amber someone saw how Amber lived.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
All right, so put this down, pop your headphones back on, and start singing once you hear the part that sounds familiar to you. In fact,
I'll
actually,
just start singing.
you go.
Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him.
That's all I need. That's all I need. You sang the line I needed. All right, so let's now make it sound natural.
All I need
Is a little
is
more
just a
time.
little more time.
I'll do that for a No Fake Friday. It's gonna happen, Jack Wagner.
Bother. Amber's uncle saw.
Oh my God, that sounds so good. You wouldn't even know there was an edit in there. It's like I know what I'm doing. All right.
Bother. Amber's uncle saw how
Okay, but that did sound a little weird, so let's try this.
Don't bother, Amber's uncle saw how Amber
Yeah, that's a little much.
saw how Amber.
Ha ha!
Don't bother, Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked
You would not be able to tell there is a thing there. There was an edit!
when Amber tried to do the dishes. Her aunt said, "Really, no, don't bother." Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say it's Christmas and your daughter's here.
Taking that breath out.
Daughter's here. He thought about their sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, "Can I be a pagan?" Dad said, "We'll discuss it when they leave." So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able, lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, making sense of history and drawing forth out of
I think that's pretty good.
I would agree. Okay,
Two
so
edits.
that's pretty good. Yeah, that
edits
was
and
in that one. I think we're good. Yeah,
Boom. See what I tell people? It's like one take. It basically is.
it's
other
pretty
than,
close.
Like
A
two
couple of little
spots.
edits, like in this case, it's pretty close.
Didn't kill it completely.
Yeah, but you didn't.
But
You
different.
didn't sync it. All right. So, what we're gonna do here is I'm going to maybe with you here. Let's listen to this, and I want to do again. We can't show this part on because again, if this plays, if the source plays, then there's a good chance it'll get flagged.
Yeah.
I'm going to intentionally turn all of this down to where we are focusing on the highs, basically where the harmonies would be. So it doesn't even come in. The Christians, the pagans together, whoa, does not happen until the second chorus anyway.
Right.
Okay, so
Christians,
pagans
I'm gonna let
together.
you do that part
Whoa.
first.
I don't think that's going to be a wise idea. Like I do and I don't. Like I could do it so you have a guide,
Okay.
but otherwise the video is currently set up for you with like the lighting and the
Oh.
angle and everything. As far as that, it would be
Give
senseless.
me a guide because I don't trust
Yeah,
myself.
I will give you a guide. That's fine. So
Give
what?
me a Glenn. Pagans together. Cool. Whoa. Go
'Kay.
back to that again.
That's what I was wanting to do. Okay, so it's easy. Christians, pagans together. Whoa.
Holly.
Hmm?
Holly.
I think it's Holly twice
I
then,
do.
though.
Yeah.
Holly.
Hallelujah. That's what it is.
Hallelujah!
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, Holly. Ooh-ah.
Yep.
Fucking cool. Good job.
Thanks.
You caught that. I did not. I was like, what is it?
That was super smart of her to do that.
So it's the Christians, the pagans, together. Ooh-ah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Is that the only part that does it?
Yeah, it does it. It does it like on the chorus after it too, though.
Okay.
Okay, so we will do this. Christians, pagans together, Christian. Christians, pagans together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah, whoa. That's okay. And then it does it again at the end of the song. It's the same thing. So it only happens twice. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay, so here you go. You're gonna hear it now.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Whoa. I gotta take a good enough breath there, but yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I did most of that
I
in
can't
one
either.
breath.
I'm like, man.
But then again,
Well, you are the $10,000 man.
what I what I specifically did back in the day is I tried to do the song Naturally by Huey Lewis and the News on one breath. The bass.
Yeah, there's no room to take a breath there, so you gotta get a good one.
I try to go the entire song. Like breath control becomes a thing where you're like, and it's impossible to do that song.
Did you use the
I'm going to.
mandolin?
It's
Are you
coming.
going to?
Mandolins
Oh, fun.
next. Mandolins after our harmonies here.
That'll be fun.
Yep, I would agree. I think it should be fun. All right. Okay, so you're gonna practice.
Give me, yeah.
And right now, I imagine just like listening to the original. Here we go.
Christians, pagans, together. Oh, hallelujah, hallelujah. I just gotta take a deeper breath.
That's all you got to do. All right. Cool. So, but we're gonna do this to where you got to do it twice.
Okay.
And it's gonna roll in between, but you will not be shown in between. I'll cut out the video to where whatever's happening up here on will not be seen in the final video, as long as I don't forget to.
That's I'll pick my nose.
You could.
Perfect.
All right. Here we go. Background vocal for Rachel.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Hey, we're a little sharp, but that's okay. Let's try again.
Okay. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa. Whoops. I whoopsed it.
I need you to do it on camera, regardless, if you can, though, because
Oh, okay. I'm
because
sorry.
now with the camera, I gotta have you do both of them.
Okay.
That's the
It's okay.
unfortunate
It's
part.
good practice.
Good practice. All right, let's do it again. Here we go.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah,
Excellent.
Don't know if it was totally excellent,
I think it is.
but the take was good on camera.
My, hallelujah. Pagans, pagans together. Wow. Hallelujah. Wow.
That'll sound nice with your tone. Let's listen to how that turned out. Make sure I didn't screw it up.
All right, let's give it a listen. And I will mute the original. I gotta make sure that it's up enough that we can hear your background vocals. It's gonna be doop doop effects to the backing vocal template. Pop this into you know they're not. But most recent thing is I fucking love Chatter and I'm good with that.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best holiday. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning.
It's a couple notes, but let's give it a listen to this first one.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best holiday. Lighting trees of darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of
Oh.
history.
Yeah, it's a little rough. That's all right. Let's do this.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah.
Let's have it to where I sing with you.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah,
I think it's at least close enough that we don't have to worry about it. And yeah, let's do this second one here though.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
That's sharp.
Good finish.
Yeah, there's only 3 spots between
finish note was the
between
one I was
both
worried
of
about.
them. There's only 3 parts.
Like 3 little notes that are little.
That right
Yeah,
there.
right there.
And it sounds like you just weren't sure where you were supposed to go. So
My ear was getting distracted by the other stuff going on in the song. I think.
that's what happens. That's what happens. And
I was trying to follow another note
yep.
to the land.
Exactly. And of course that one's the one that needed to be good on camera, so
Whoa, whoa.
yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We want to mostly. How am I going to do this?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just have you redo the whole thing here, with it.
Yeah.
We're not filming, so you just
Okay.
you sing along here.
Okay, I wasn't sure where it was starting. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah, whoa.
It cut out and it seemed like you were not sure. That's what it sounded like. Try one more time.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah, whoa.
That's pretty solid. All right, so let's pop this original one. Oh, the one that you had that was on camera here. I want to try to keep most of that intact here.
At least my mouth is just going, oh, in the video.
Yeah, I can keep that. I think there's your switch. Okay, that was the one I was really concerned about. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. That's solid. All right.
I like it.
Let's go back to this one here. What we heard different, that like there's two notes that I heard that were questionable.
Christians,
Pagans together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
that one right there.
I did that.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah, it's that one. So I may once again have you. I'm once again asking you to, let's have you sing with it. Just sing the whole thing one more time, and yeah.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah,
Yeah, nailed it. Nailed it on that one.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what that was
Other
either,
than I
but
love to shake these.
do you?
I love to shake my little cuffs on this.
And why wouldn't you, right? So let's
I
hear.
feel like the cowardly lion.
That's fair.
I like paws.
So let's hear how it sounds with this for, again, the audience now.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Perfect.
Ah!
Way to nail it. All right, good job.
That all you needed?
That's all I need.
Did it so fast.
And although I'm thinking I may add another high vocal on top of that. Let me give you a listen to what it'll sound like here, because I still need to do it on camera, of course.
Yeah.
But get a listen to this here. You'll hear it.
You get a load of this.
Mm-hmm. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. I was a little off there. Let's do. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I think I almost like that though in your tone.
What's that?
Like that was.
Oh no, my plan is to do that in my tone.
I just want to hear what it sounds like.
But here's why I wanted you to hear, because I'm going to do a high vocal that goes with it, but only on the last chorus. And I don't know if she has it, but I'm going to have it in ours. So the last chorus will be like this. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah,
If you give me a guide, I can
I don't know.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
If you are up for it,
I could try.
let's try it. Because I was kind of figuring it out. Because
might have to practice a
I
couple
don't
times.
think it's in the song itself.
I don't think so either.
I don't think it is.
But it could be fun.
Yes, I would agree. Oh, you got doubled there. That's part of our thing here. Is that let's go back to this here. That's your. Oh, I got it in the wrong spot. Hold on, we gotta come back. Group clips.
I do.
Right down, but do.
Mhm.
I gotta do my. I'm gonna need another track here. We don't need another track here. Yes, we need another track here. Alright, here we go. Christians, pagans, Christians, pagans. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, coming. Oh, no. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds wrong, because it is. It's low. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, whoa.
So if you can give me that alone.
I'm gonna give you the high vocal because that was I needed the low vocal to blend in
Oh, I
with the
see.
last chorus.
That's what you're going to be doing.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm gonna do better. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm debating on where I want to drop the
That note,
vocal.
yeah.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah, do do. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, it helps. Again, it's a little uncomfortable for me, but not too bad. So, Christians, pagans, pagans. Christians, pagans, tomorrow. All right. Good job, Glenn. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
That was it.
Yeah, because I was debating on, and a lot of it is just holding the same note.
Yeah, but deciding where to do those little
Mhm.
changes, though.
Yeah, I was like,
Let me
because
practice
there
a
are
few
so many
times.
things that would work there, but that's like, this sounds good. So when we hear all three of them,
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. And by doing that, it makes it sound more Christmassy, kind of.
exactly, carolers.
Yeah.
Rach,
Carol.
BG, yeah, thanks, Carol.
Thanks. Add one more vocal.
Exactly.
It'll sound pretty though.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
Oh, I'm gonna have to hear that because it's kind of quiet down the guitar though. So I can really hear your vocal because I'm trying to learn
yeah.
what you're doing.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, Yep. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
One more time.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, The beauty is it's only the last chorus, so you only have to get it right once.
Okay. Whew.
Okay.
All right.
All right. All right.
Alright. Slow zombies.
All right. Fast zombies. All right. Here we go.
Slow zombies.
All right. Fast zombies.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
First take.
The only thing that's bad is I was looking at you through half of it, not at the camera.
You nailed it though. Yeah, let's take out my guide vocal because I'm pretty sure this is going to sound phenomenal now. Boom, 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 and you are done. From here, you are
I
done.
guess it doesn't matter if I'm looking at the camera the whole time.
Yeah.
or not. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
Yeah.
I think that's gonna sound awesome.
Yeah.
Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
There's one part where it's a little sharp, but it's good. And then in context with the song, that's
Yeah, let's
that's
do
what
that
matters
too.
here. I got to turn this back to negative 4.8.
I love this song.
It's a damn good song.
It's a darn good song.
The guide backup vocal needs to stay for now.
So the Christians,
Pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah,
lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, making sense of history and drawing more that
Cool. I may still do a couple of edits to tighten it up,
Yeah.
but other than that, I think we're good.
Woo, woo.
Good job! Yay!
Glenn's gonna do a backing vocal
Yeah, I
and a
should know.
mandolin.
Backing vocals, mandolin.
Mandalorian.
I was gonna say it. Yeah, you beat me to, it's like I think you're looking.
26 years, I'm a sure one brave.
I think you're
oh,
look.
yeah.
I think you're looking for Amanda.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're looking for Amanda.
Hug and kiss?
A Mandalorian.
A Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Not Amanda Hug and kiss. Maybe.
All right, good
I
job.
found one.
You did. Mwah.
I love you.
Love you very much. Good job.
Everyone look
Bye-bye.
at Glenn now.
It's gonna be that
Glenn's
time.
way prettier. than
Oh,
me.
I am so not.
I disagree, sir.
You are.
Now he has to turn all his
biased.
cameras back on him.
I do.
Now back to Glenn.
All right, now back to me.
Back to me.
Back to me. All right.
All right, baby. Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, you.
Likewise. Alright. So yeah, I think outside of like maybe a couple of minor adjustments there, that was pretty kick-ass. Let's drop this. Okay, because I'm going to need to do my harmony vocal on camera, which means redoing it. The part that says guide backup vocals is going to be Glenn BG vocals. It's really not much different. And that guide backup vocal one that's right here can just be deleted. I do not need it.
So the Christians, pagans, together, whoa, finding faith
I might need to consider adjusting a couple of theirs, because there's a couple of
So the Christians, pagans, together, whoa, finding
whoa.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah, that oh should be a little flat.
whoa, oh, 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 oh.
Oh, let's drop it just a little. Not that much though. There it is.
Whoa. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah,
Think that's gonna be good? Okay, how about the other time here? Because there's just the low vocal.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
I think we established that that sounded fine by itself though. So, all right, let's try this. Pagans together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. Whoa. Let's get some breaths in first. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa. Want the camera to be microphone on camera. All right. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah. Let's try it again. It's a little loud. I'm realizing it's part of my thing too. Christians, pagans, together. Whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah. Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah, I think that'll do. So let's hear what it sounds like on their own.
Christians, pagans,
I didn't come in exactly at the same time as her on that.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa, hallelujah, hallelujah.
I don't think it'll be that bad if the music doesn't. It might disguise it a bit.
So the Christians and the pagans together, whoa, finding holy common ground, yeah, that's holy, whoa. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. So the Christians and pagans together, whoa, finding holy common ground, yeah, that's holy, whoa. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning.
Yeah, that works. All right, and then how about this last one again? We will listen to just the background vocals by themselves.
Christians, pagans, together, whoa. Christians, pagans, together, whoa. Hallelujah,
I think that'll work. I was like, what's going on with that click? And it's because there's this. I need that to happen a little less here. Come on. Big bucks, no whammies. Come on. Yeah, even there I can hear it pretty good. The one part, in the one case there's a click, and in this case it sounds weird. Alright, how about that? I can still hear it. It's like this click sound that we don't want. That sounds alright.
So the Christians, pagans, together, whoa. Finding holy common ground, yeah, that's holy, whoa. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, making sense of history and drawing forth out of the cold. So the Christians, pagans, together, whoa. Finding holy common ground, yeah, holy,
I think we're pretty good there. And it's mainly going to be mandolin.
Christians, pagans.
Alright, so what I should do here is mute everything. And get a level for everything here before we get much further. Alright, so acoustics first. Bass.
She said, Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sit together the table. Finding faith and common ground, yeah, that's the favorite radio. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When they leave, so the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table. Finding faith and common ground, yeah, that's the favorite radio. Lighting trees.
What's the last one? So here.
Christians and the pagans sit together at the table. Finding faith and common ground, yeah, that's the favorite radio. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning. 'Cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of other sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table. Finding faith and common ground, yeah, that's the favorite radio. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
That's one of the key things that I needed to listen to that I forgot to listen to just now because I was like already jumping ahead. Got to be careful because I'm jumping ahead. Jumping ahead.
So the Christians and the pagans sit together at the table. Finding faith and common ground, yeah, that's the favorite radio. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Okay, that's I want to go. like a little intonation issues here. I'm going to test this out because I don't think I'm going to come in until the second verse with it here. Same problem where I need to raise up and tilt down. But also need to probably do it from a little further back so we can still see the clock. Because I love being able to see the clock. I mean, I know there's people that really like having that clock visible. Alright. So I'm going to need to practice with it. This down. Okay, so let's do that. Mandolin. And this should be the last thing I need for the song. The rest of it's not quite in tune, but I'm only using the top 2 strings anyway. And pumpkin pies are burning. Oh, I do need to have the whole video for this though, because otherwise I'm gonna have an empty square. We don't want that. All right, mandolin. Mostly just need to sit for a while. Be fun if I'd had the CD, but I gotta dig it out. All right. Everything's set nice now. Now I just need to actually do it right. Redo it just because of that. Came up with ideas of what I want to do. It's a little different. Not give myself the right count on that, so I got the wrong ending wrong. Where to come in threw me off. Gotta listen to that again. See if I can get that right. Okay, let's try that from the top. Yes. Done. Done and done and done and done. All right, so now, boom, shakalaka. We are going to go ahead and we are going to take memory card from here. Can charge the battery. That's perfectly fine. Not too concerned about that at the moment, but we're going to pop this into the computer. And transfer all the video files. All right. Something. Rachel Lynn commented on something. That's what happened there. We're going to save the session. We're going to work on the mix here. And while we're working on the mix, we're going to transfer the video files. Video import. Okay. And videos are importing. All right. So now, listen to the mains.
Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, Christmas is like solstice and we miss you and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have.
Like the intonation on the instrument is not particularly great, where it sounds good in spots and it doesn't in others. Part of it could be my ear as well, but what I'm definitely going to do here is we're going to throw some quick verb on it. Great Hall, and we'll do the amplitude dynamics processing drum machine. Where you'll actually hear like even like little things here, but
the food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're...
Like that's the one that sounds bad.
The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world.
That's really bugging me.
The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till that you're a witch.
Like these sound
The
fine.
food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had...
These sound fine. Those sound great. And then we get to these.
Plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true
Oh,
that
that
you're
sounds bad.
a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans said, and if they common ground, the best that they Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like
it's a little sharp, and I hate to do this for a whole thing, but I would need to do like an auto tune. Can I do something with this where I pitch it down just a little bit? Because again, it's not necessarily even a performance problem as much as an intonation problem.
plugged in, the meal had gone without.
That sounds so much better.
The food was great, the treat plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber.
Yeah, every time that chord is hit. Like, I'm not going to be too shy to do that in a situation where it just sounds that bad. And it seems like it's mostly 4 in a row. And every time that I'm hitting that specific chord. Every time we have the specific ones. Like, it's not perfectly in tune, but these parts didn't sound bad to me either, so let's hear what we sound like now.
The food was great, the treat plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning.
Like, it doesn't sound bad enough to detract, but those other, the second chord sounds bad enough that I'm gonna have to do this every time, I think. Yeah, 6 times there. I hate doing this, but I hate even worse for it to sound bad. In some cases it's not as pronounced, but it's still bad. Let's give it a listen now.
When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of father, sons, and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the
chord sounds bad. That one. So that one needs to be a little sharper. Again, pretty sure this is intonation. Part of it, I'm not a great player, but there, it sounds way better. Cool. So I was thinking about, I might just like throw the mandolin part out altogether. But
Whoa. Lighting trees of darkness. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to it. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Lighting trees of darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
heck yes. Alright, cool. I'm going to be able to call this one a mixed down file. It's coming together. What's the thing that they wanted to let me know about on this? Plug that. Check that later. All right.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having.
Okay, that's going to be it for that. Let's go into the mastering software. Close this. And I think there may be like a folk rock setting or something along those lines. Let's find out. There's pop rock. There is Americana. Let's go Americana Loose Warmer.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said Christmas is like solstice and we miss you and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all the gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I
sounds really good to me. All right, we are done with that part of it. Okay, that is done. Now it's going to be all about video editing. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Don't know if that's going to show up on the screen or not. Is that or da. Oh, that's why, because it's got the wrong name. Remove. Add source. And screen capture, but I guess it is kind of screen capture. Monitor, window capture. Window capture. There we go. PDR. Yeah. It is currently an untitled project, which is what we need to do for the thing here. Move this over a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. Cool. Although it is not lining up like it should, so there. Even though it doesn't cover the whole screen, that'll be fine. We're going to file this one. I'm going to save presentation. Save and replace. All right. Cool. So now we're going to get rid of all that. Don't need it. We're going to go into the import media files. We're going to go into the most recent quick access files, Christians and Pagans Master. There's our audio. We're going to go into the videos that were recently done here. This is going to be it's this, and this, and this. So we have a lot of videos, some of which are outtakes that didn't. Yeah, and what I can do now with this, I think it does make sense for me to put this at the screen, where you'll see most of where the editing is happening. Which right now, yeah, it's mostly there. There we go. All right, cool. In theory, this will show. So what I need to do is discover any of these that are not that are double takes. Like, okay, that one, it sounds like I probably did.
This is take 2.
Yep, take 1 didn't happen.
This in. Bass.
Bass.
All right, about to start.
Yeah, bass. I thought I had to redo at least once, if not.
Time it's 4. The other time it's.
Yep. I had to redo bass a number of times. This is the bass that probably went. There's Tambo. I think we may have.
So here we go. It's video number 2 for Rachel's doubled vocal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Background vocal.
She got where we didn't have to redo anything. That's really cool.
Oh, fast zombies. Oh, oh. All right, mandolin. Mostly just need to.
There we go. That's all the files. All right. So first thing we're gonna do here is bring down the audio to the main track right there. Let's make Rachel's vocal the first thing that I plug in here. I'm just gonna cut it way too short intentionally, so we can line up the end of the. There, lining up the end.
Amber called her uncle. Said we're up here for the. Her uncle said we're up here for the holiday. Called her uncle. Said we're up.
Get them to line up.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree.
There it is. Very nice. Alright, cool. So now I can just mute that track and pop it in what is going to look right here. That looks like that's pretty even. There we go. Awesome. So now let's take her second vocal. It's just going to probably be like a conscience. It's going to be on one of her shoulders here.
Called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were
I was really close that time.
having solstice, now we need a place to stay.
Cool, so let's do this and that. And on this one, we're going to edit the video. We're going to edit the video, power tools. You're not seeing that, I'm realizing on here it doesn't show the little menus popping up, but oh well. It's going to be crop and zoom. We're going to crop and zoom. We're going to freeform. We are going to make it to where it's just her shoulders right there where we're showing most of her. And we're going to close this and we're going to move this to where it's, again, probably on over here. Let's try that.
And the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans,
We may want the other, because she's looking at her phone on the first tick and she's not having to do that as much on the other one. So I may actually reverse their roles here. Because I think that first one may have been a situation anyway where that one, let's see, we want to flip roles here. But I think what we want here is for the small one, this will be the one. Because she's looking up the lyrics, I saw that, and then she's playing to the camera more the second time, which makes sense. When you sang a song more and you get comfortable with it, you start doing more silly, fun things because you're comfortable. She's still looking up lyrics.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay.
Very nice. All right, that'll look good. Let's go with acoustic guitar 1. may switch roles here where the first guitar and the vocal end up switching spots. And maybe the bass, but the bass isn't even lined up yet, so. But it totally does.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up.
So I may want to do that actually. I may want to do this where I flip those two around too. No, I kind of like
Here for the holiday, Jane and I were having solstice. Now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with.
What I was thinking I will do is going to involve the bass part here. And again, we line up the ends. What am I thinking? I still got to do bass. But I mean, got to line up the tambo anyway, so.
Time it's 4. The other time it's a fun bass line.
And I still have another screw up in there. That's what happened with that. All right. So many screw ups on the bass.
said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay.
Yeah, I like the Taylor guitar look better. If I was going to have one of them look bigger, I want it to be that one. So that's what I'm going to do, is I am going to switch spots. I was not sure about it, now I am.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the
So what we're going to do is have the guitar started off. So right here is where we're going to have the split for all the rest of them here. Okay, so for this first little bit, it's going to be the main thing over here is going to be the acoustic guitar actually. And then Rach is going to move. You won't see her there, but you will see this one. In that sweet spot over here. And then right there is where we're going to switch to the bass in the main thing. The bass is going to be the main thing, and then I didn't mark this right, damn it. Alright. Bass. Bass is going to be the main thing right here. And Rach will move to that window. That's not what I wanted to do, I don't think. For that one, we're going to move you to here. I had that wrong, because that is not what we wanted to do. It's for this section. For that section, we want it to be down here.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay.
Okay, so we got the mandolin is the last little bit. And then it'll be the three-part harmony in the spots where they belong. We're going to get this done in time, I think. Actually, I realize realize I have Rach in the wrong spot for that second section. She needs to be where the bass was, and the bass is in the bottom left. So that's incorrect. She's down here. She needs to not be. She needs to be over here.
The food was great, the treat. The food was great. The food was great, the treat.
Almost.
Plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber and said, "Is it true that you're a witch?" His mom jumped up and said, "The pies are burnt."
I'm going to need to make this one up higher where that doesn't interact or interfere with any of these. It cuts off. I need to save this before I accidentally lose it and it crashes, because that'd be a real problem. NFF for No Fake Friday, Christians and pagans. I think that is almost everything though, except for the harmony vocals. So let's see how this looks from the beginning.
Amber called her uncle, said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said Christmas is like solstice.
Okay, this is really coming together nice now. What we need is harmony vocal 1.
Mom jumped up and said the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share. And you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now we
And leave gap and see what happens here.
everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. And the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were
video, power tools, crop and zoom, crop zoom. We're gonna freeform. We're going to drop this down to where it's just mostly shoulders. Hit OK and find a spot for Rachel backup focal 1, which will probably be over on the right hand side here. Probably gonna take up most of Rachel's right hand side with the
Christians and the pagans sat together at the table.
So that's good. And then we want to do the same thing with my backup focal here. And then the nice part is when you've got one backup focal in there, it's pretty easy to line it up because you'll see that it's pretty similar as long as the
Finding faith, common ground, the best that they were able.
do the same thing here where it's going to be edit, video clip, power tools, crop and zoom, freeform. Okay.
Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Where does that?
Split that. For a moment.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together.
Okay, so we got that. So we need vocal number 3, which is only on the last part. This will be the last thing I probably need to line up.
Can I be a pagan? So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and
Okay, this is the last little bit. Right click, video, power tools, crop and zoom, freeform. Go in on the shoulders ish. Line it up alright. Hit OK. Close. Minimize. Make smaller anyway.
So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Okay, I think this is going to do it though. We're going to go ahead and hit. I'm just going to watch it once, then we're going to export it. And yeah, we will have this done with a relatively decent amount of time. All right, let's play it.
said we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy canes all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She said, Christmas is like solstice and we miss you and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch, till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? His mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning, and she hit the kitchen, and it was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian, but we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share, and you find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like him and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of other sons and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground the best that they were able. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history and drawing warmth out of the cold.
Awesome. I think that's going to work incredibly well. There's that. All right, we are producing this as a completed file. This is a No Fake Friday for the Record Books, NFF, Christians and Pagans, and we're going to hit start. And that's it, folks. It's just a matter of needing to export it, upload it, call it good. Thank you very much for watching. I think we're going to cut the stream. Thanks. That one's done. And you'll be done in a moment here because we're done streaming.